This is the ultimate minimalist routine that's going to get you crazy results. Let's get right into it. I'm going to show you how to train only twice per week and get the maximum amount of results that you can from that. So maybe you're real busy and you can't commit to going to the gym for hours on end or get to the gym multiple times a week. Let's just say your schedule allows you to only get there twice despite your best efforts. So with that said, we have to maximize what you're doing in the gym. And this is how we're going to do it. And this is exactly, if you came to me for online coaching or in-person training, I'm going to show you exactly how I would set up your routine to get you to your goals. So first and foremost, the ideal routine when it comes to training twice a week, what should the layout be of your training? Should you do, body part? Should you do upper, lower? Should you do full bodies? You'll hear all these types of gurus say all these different kinds of things. Ultimately, the best layout when it comes to this type of structure with a 2-day abbreviated routine is going to be an upper and a lower. Again, it's going to depend on your goals, but we're talking an ideal scenario here. Now, the reason why I chose an upper and a lower as opposed to doing a full body twice, this way it gives you a lot more time and volume to focus on the upper body muscles and enough volume to focus on the lower body muscles. If we were to do a full body routine, you basically would be splitting these two workouts in half to make whole, and I don't think it's ideal. If you're going into the gym on Monday, I'd rather you just destroy your upper body and then go back in on Thursday and do all legs. So either way would work, but ultimately this is the best layout, and what I found for people is this is the one that works the best. Again, because we could really dive into those upper body muscles and really focus in on those other things. The problem is with a 2-day-a-week routine is there's so many muscles of the upper body that need to be hit in order to have an aesthetic looking physique that it's hard to cram the volume into full body. So that's why I like to focus it just on this. So now the next thing that we would focus on is our lagging body parts. So every person has areas of their body that they don't like and that they want to see changed. So what areas are those for you? So we're going to list our top 3 lagging body parts, and then we're going to prioritize them. We're going to use what Arnold termed as the prioritizing principle, which basically means we're going to put those first in our workout before we build out the routine, which is going to come next. All right? So let's look at the lagging body parts. So what are our lagging body parts in this scenario? Let's just say it's chest. Let's say it's hamstrings. I don't know. And let's say it's arms. Okay? So these are this person's areas that they want to focus on. So again, we're going to break this down into an upper and lower day. So we're going to have the routine's going to be day 1, which is going to be upper, or you could flip-flop, it doesn't matter. And then day 2 is going to be legs. So let's start with day 1. So day 1, we're going to prioritize these weaknesses, okay? So first one, and arms is 2 muscle groups. You have biceps and triceps, but we'll just, for argument's sake, we'll just do triceps, back of the arm. All right, so day 1. So with this said, we're going to be focusing on a chest movement. That's going to be the first thing because this is the number 1 priority that we want to take up. Now, again, we could really dive into this and say, okay, is the upper portion of the chest some area that you want to work with? Are you a woman, you want to look good in a tank top? That upper chest is going to be important. Are you a male, you just want an armored plate chest, then you could focus primarily on flat. But with every movement that we pick, we want one that's going to give us the biggest bang for our buck, or one that's going to be a big compound movement that's going to utilize a lot of muscles at once, and that's going to give us the best stimulus per time in the gym. So with that said, we're going to start with bench press. All right, so we're going to start with bench press. Is the king of all movements. Most people don't like the bench press, but the bench press goes a long way and has a lot of carryover to other movements as well. So we're going to start with the bench press. Now, something else that we're going to do with this routine is we're going to save time because, again, there's a lot of muscles in the upper body, right? There's a lot of muscles here in the upper. So in order to get all this volume in and stay within a reasonable time in the gym, we have to utilize supersets. By utilizing supersets, we're going to be able to get more volume in that same amount of time that you're at the gym. So meaning that you're going to do a set of bench press and you're going to superset that with another exercise. So you're going to go from one exercise to the next. So we'll go superset right into lat pull downs, okay, to hit the back. All right, so we'll do our sets and stuff there. Then our next movement, again, because we were prioritizing triceps, but we also want to prioritize chest, so maybe we would do a close grip bench press. Again, another movement that's going to stimulate the chest, going to stimulate the triceps, or we can make this a close grip movement as well. So we could have this be that, but it doesn't matter. We'll start here, and then we'll superset that with one-arm dumbbell rows. All right, and this should be enough volume to ultimately hit the back and the chest for, going through it. So this should be enough volume to hit that if we're doing adequate amount of sets and volume, and I'll cover that in a second. So the next thing that we're going to focus on is some type of shoulder movement. Now, in this case, I like using the big compound movements because, again, we got to get in as much volume as we can while having those movements that carry over to other areas. So here, we would do like a standing overhead press. You can do this with dumbbells, do it with a barbell, it doesn't matter. And you're going to superset that, and I would start bringing in some more biceps here. So maybe some dumbbell curls, something like that. We'll do dumbbell curls. All right, so now that we have that, that's another superset. Next, we want to still hit those triceps. So maybe we'll do some type of push down. We'll superset that with dumbbell lateral raises to get more shoulders in there. And we could superset that with we'll triset that with a face pull to save more time. So that's your day one upper pretty much. You could also add some abs in here if you wanted to throw some crunches in there. That would work as well. But this workout right here should take you about 45 minutes, give or take. Now, when it comes to volume, and we'll create day two in a second, but when it comes to volume, how much volume do you need to be doing per body part? I actually did a video breaking this down, so you can watch that video and you'll figure out how much volume you need. But ultimately, the volume is going to be your sets, your reps. I would say you're going to start with 3 to 5 sets per exercise. Again, give or take. And your reps are going to be anywhere between 5 and 30 reps. Okay? So this is just a general rule for where your volume is going to be. Now, let's go into our day two. All right, so day two, legs. So because we want to prioritize hamstrings, we're going to start with a hamstring dominant movement. And we don't want to fatigue the other muscles, so we'll start with some lying leg curls. And on leg day, the cool thing is that because the legs, we're going to hit everything all in one shot, we don't have to superset them. So we'll just do straight sets of lying leg curls. Then maybe from there, we'll go into barbell squats. Barbell squats. I would love to do an RDL at this point to hit more of those hamstrings, or Romanian deadlift. You could do, again, a bunch of other exercises, depending if you're doing this at home, if you're doing this at the gym. Then I would go into hack squats. And then I would throw in some calves in there as well. So maybe like a standing calf raise. Standing calves. And then again, just to make sure we hit the whole body, we'll do abs again, and maybe we'll do leg lifts, leg raises for the lower portion of the abs. And that's it. It doesn't sound like much, this routine, but this routine is very, very effective when you follow progressive overload, meaning that let's say you're doing 3 sets of 5 on the bench press and you're focusing every week on improving that and improving that and improving that and improving that. That's what's going to lead to more muscular gains and ultimately changing the way your body looks for good. So this is the routine. So write it down, screenshot this, and comment below and let me know if you've ever trained twice a week and if that's going to be the thing that's going to get you the next level. I'm curious, how many times a week do you train? Let me know below. And this was Anthony, AB Fitness Center. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, 70% of your results will come from what you eat. Nutrition is the foundation for your success, and small changes can make a big difference. Our nutrition coaching program is designed to provide you with personalized support and guidance to reach your goals faster, regardless of where you live. If you're interested in taking your nutrition to the next level, click the link to find out more.